Hello everyone, this is Crystal and welcome to my channel where I share card making techniques, sweet paper crafts, and now inspiring food ideas. If you are new here, I encourage you to subscribe and click the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Today I bring you another project using scraps and pieces of your e-club kit and other items you may have in your stash. You may ask, what is an e-club kit? Well, Edith Ray from Scrapbooking with Me puts together a monthly subscription. That is a kit of coordinating craft ideas to make a monthly project. It also has a PDF file and a video on how to make the project. There's also a Facebook group where everyone shares their monthly project or other projects made from the materials from the kit. I'll post the link below in case you're interested. The project today is the tea bag sachet. This makes for a unique gift for your child's teacher, bus driver, or anyone you may want to give a small thank you gift to without breaking your bank. Tune in as I show you how you too can make this easy, fun, and inexpensive gift idea. Okay, for this project, I start off using Lipton iced tea bags. It doesn't have to be Lipton. It can be any brand that you have, just as long as it's one that has this W shape like here on it, where you see where it goes in. And what we're going to do is, first thing, check that all out. In that center fold, we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut it right through our center fold. I've got this cup. I'm going to dump the tea in it. I'll be saving the tea for further when I go to tea dye papers and stuff. So we're not going to have it go to waste. And then I'm going to do several of these because they are so easy. I mean, I get a box of like 100 of these tea bags. And I need so many of them to tea dye stuff, so this is like perfect. That way I don't waste the tea. And I've got something else I'm using the tea bags for another project. And see, I'll just keep saving this and I'll put it in a coffee filter and pour hot water in it and then let it drip down in to another cup. Once I get that nice and full. Now for this next part, you can get like these sachet like things. You can get this at, I got this at Dollar Tree. I think there was like 3 of them, and this is the white rose. And when you open it up, you've got this powdery, smelly stuff in here. You can see what it looks like. It's small, granulated stuff. And then you can use that, or I even have this bag of these lavender flowers that I had bought that I forgot that I had. I had them in my stash. And it's just like 1 pound of lavender, and you can see what it looks like. It's just lavender buds, or petals, I guess it is. And you don't need very much. I got these little measuring spoons. I think I got these in Amish country. It has a pinch, a smidgen, and a dash. And what I'm going to use a dash. And I'm going to use a dash in each side of this. I can get it open here. Yeah, pour that in there. Maybe I'll put a couple dashes in it. Looks a little small. Now when you make these, you might want to put a little disclaimer on it stating that this is not a food item. Do not eat or drink or make into tea. I'm just going to put this, I'm going to take all this that I had and I don't want to waste it. I'll just put it in here. There we go, because that's enough. I don't want a lot. Then you'll just fold this down where your fold lines were before. You fold these back over like that. Then you'll take your hot glue gun and you'll just run a, well, I need my glue stick. There it is. Come on, put that in there. Okay. And then I'll just run a bead of glue. Okay, come on. The stick doesn't want to go in there. There we go. A little bit more than what I wanted. I'm going to take this and I'll fold it down like that and stick it really good. And press it down and then just wipe the excess glue off here. And it smells so good. I'll just shake it down here. Okay, get that one. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the white rose for the other one. And I don't know how many of these sachets you can get out of this out of this packet. And like I said, you get 3 for $1 at Dollar Tree. So I don't know how many. I mean, it's very economical. I don't know. Put my hot glue gun back here again. Put this right back up in there like that. Press it in really good. There we go. We have all these little tiny circle things. If I can find it in here. These little circles, and I have punched some of them out. And I just grabbed a bunch of pieces of stuff that I had here, and I'm just gonna try and do some of this. And I also got some other papers and stuff over here to go with it. But first thing we want to do is we need to decorate our tea bag. And one of the first things I want to do is I want to distress these a little bit. This is tea dyed. It's my distressed oxide inks. I just want to kind of give it a like a tea bag. Like a kind of made like a used tea bag, I guess. One that's been around for a while anyway. Yeah, this is one I had made before and I put too much lavender in it. And like I said, I used tea dye is the color I used. You could use any color. You could use pink or blue or green, or or you can use the vintage photo. I didn't use the vintage photo because I didn't want one quite so dark this time. Okay, I'm probably only gonna do 2 of these right now. That's all I got stuff out for. But one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to cut these off. We don't need it quite that long because it's not actually going in a cup of tea. Put this in right. And what I decided to use was these little circle things. And what I did is I have a 3/4 inch circle punch and a post-it note. And this works really good. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of stick this on here. And then I'll work from the back side of the punch. And I'll see where it's located. Kind of center it right there. As you can see. And then punch it out. And take that off, and there we go. We got a nice little circle there. And then for the back side, I just used a piece of plain cardstock. I think I want to do a pink one, a pink piece of pink, and then I have a blue because we're going to do a pink and a blue one this time. And we're just going to put some glue on here. And I'm going to put some hot glue on here. That's glue stuck to my fingers here. And then I want to make sure I have this up. I'm going to have it straight up from here so it doesn't look like it's crooked. And there we go. It kind of, it makes a cuter little tea bag thing there. And if you want to put something on here, a little message or to or from on the back, you can. Oops. If I can get it to move over. I think I got it kind of stuck. And then I'll take my ink again and I'll just kind of go around the edges of it. For the next part of this video, I'm just going to fast forward it and kind of show you how I decorated these tea bags, because there's no right way or wrong way. Just use pieces of whatever you may have. Now, I wrapped ribbon around each one of these. One in pink, one in blue. You could do lace, you could do burlap, you could do anything. Right now, I'm just wrapping some gold thread around my finger several times and kind of take it off and twist it around. And I stuck it on top of a piece of foam tape. And then I will add glue to it later, and I will stick it to the tea bag. And here I'm adding a bow that I salvaged off of another package, and this bee charm, and I glued it on there as well. And then I'm going to change the sentiment off the front of the tea bag. I didn't like the square look. I found an oval one that came in the kit that I thought was pretty cute, and I put the gold thread behind it, and then I glued it on front of the tea bag, which says beauty and has a little rose, and I thought it was really cute. So I added some hot glue to the foam tape because I wanted to make sure that it stuck really well. And here's a close-up of what it looks like, which I think it came out pretty cute. And here I added a kind of a peachy pink flower that came from the E-Club kit, and I glued it to the top. And I cut out one of these little squares that I decided to use, and I put foam tape on the back, and I wrapped some
linen thread around the back of it to kind of pop it up. The square I got from the E-Club kit as well. I'm taking hot glue and I'm gluing the little flower down. And then I got these enamel dots that came with the E-Club kit. And I decided to take the 3 small blue ones and put them across there. I thought that looked pretty cute. Then I got this little red heart. It was one of those little circle things. I punched it out and I glued it on there as well. And then I added the word grateful, and I wanted it with the black background and the white lettering, and I thought that looked pretty cute on there as well. Now we're getting ready to package it up. I used some bags that were 3 inches by 5 inch. They were the self-sealing bags. I put the little tea bags down in there, and I placed it so the bottom is where it folds up. That way when we put a topper on it, you can still open it without messing up the topper. And I folded it up a little higher because I didn't want it quite that long, but I did want a little bit of space between the top of the topper and the tea bag. And for the pink one, I took a piece of cardstock that was about 2.5 to 3 inches wide, and I used my border punch and I punched out a design, and I folded it down about 1.5 inches over the top of my bag. And yeah, it was 1.5 inches. I folded it down, and then I measured it. I put my bag up underneath there so I could see about how long I needed it. And looks like I cut it at 5 1/4 after it was folded. And then I went and I just I took tape, runner tape, and I folded the side of the bag over so it wasn't as wide. And I measured the top and I cut some striping that came out of the E-Club kit because I thought it added a little pizzazz. And I took a piece of lace and I tied it into a bow, and I thought that would be pretty cute on there as well. So I decided to open this up and hot glue this down inside there. So I was going to show you how I put this packaging together. Hot glue it down again. And then I added my striped paper, and then on my bow. And then I added a little flower to the center of the bow. And then I brought out some gold rhinestones that I have, and I put 3 small ones down on one stripe. And then I think my pink one is finished. I thought it was pretty cute. And now for the blue one, I'm just putting a cardstock on the back of it, and I'm hot gluing it down. And then I took a 2.5 inch circle punch and I punched out some music paper I had and folded it in half and gluing it across the top. And then I found a flowered flag that came out of the E-Club kit, and I decided to glue that down kind of at a little bit of an angle. And then I had this smile circle that came from the club kit as well, and I popped it up on some foam tape and glued it on there. And I found some pink baker's twine in my stash, and I made a little bow out of it. And then I glued it on there, and I added a little blue enamel dot to it and added it to the front of this card. And here's a recap of what all 3 of the different ones look like. You can make yours totally different than mine, but just give you an idea of all the different options that you have. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And share me on all your social media sites. And if you tap that little bell, you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Bye for now. Happy crafting!